Hey guys, it's Bill. Welcome to Flatbroke Garage. Where it is late June in the south, and it's hot, really hot. I mean, it's in the 90s today. So we're gonna do something stupid and work outside. If you're new, thanks for checking me out. If you're a regular, I appreciate you sticking with me, and if you're a subscriber, you're the best. Today we're going to do a couple of things that I've been debating to do for a long time. About a year ago, almost to the day, I fell off the roof of a building, actually a repair shop, and landed on an asphalt parking lot. I fractured my L1 and L2 vertebrae, along with messed my leg up and a bunch of other parts of me. Kind of tenderized myself when I hit the ground. So that got me thinking, kind of reevaluating a bunch of stuff. Am I ever going to get all these things done that I own? Probably not. And I think it's time to let some of my cars go, or at least list them and see if any of you guys are interested in them. So today we're going to get one or two of them fired up, pulled out, do some tinkering on them, and I'm going to put them up for sale. Some of you may think the prices are too high, some may like them, but they are what they are. I have a lot invested in them, although they don't look like it. But I'm at least trying to recoup my money and maybe pass a project along to somebody that'll actually finish it. So the first one we got coming up is this one. It's my 1970 and a half Ford Falcon. Yes, this is a Falcon, not a Torino. There's a full listing of the rescuing this video out of the woods where it sat for over 20 years. The engine was stuck, and yeah, it was rough. And it's still kind of rough, but has a factory 302 power steering, which is kind of rare for the Falcon. Even being a two-door, pretty rare for a Falcon. Like I said, these things were only made for a half year. They're kind of a Ford mistake. And yeah, so kind of an oddball car. I do have a lot of parts for this thing. I have the rest of the grill, which is, by the way, a Cobra based grill. These grills themselves are worth a bunch of money, although this one's broke. Pieces in there, right there. So my plan is to fire this thing up. I know it runs, and we're going to drive it up, wash it up, and give you a tour of this car, and maybe one or two others that I'm going to part with. And my first problem is these tires are a little old. Now these are 15-inch tires and 15-inch factory Ford rims with a small bolt pattern. Kind of a rare option in itself. This car was either built for pulling a heavy-ass trailer or hauling moonshine. This car has leaf springs, coil springs, and coil-over shocks. So she's like a pickup truck back there. Little damage back here, but like I said, once we get it up there, I'll bring you around. We'll get it in the sunlight. We're going to wash it off. It's been sitting under this tree for a year, and I'm going to get reacquainted with it. So we'll finish filling this tire up and get it pulled up, see what we got. So while driving the car up to the shop, I went to hit the brakes and the pedal didn't move at all. My first major problem. So I had to jam the car into park, get it stopped, and roll it back. Whew! It's hot in that car, man. I tell you what. We'll be changing shirts soon. But it made it up here. Now, when I first rescued this car, I did a complete brake job on it. New brake lines, wheel cylinders, all that. As I'm driving it up, it doesn't have brakes now. Part of the reason why I'm selling stuff is, you know, you go around rescue these cars and then you just park them so they get neglected again. It kind of pains me to let it go. I got to focus on other things. My main goal this year is my blue Torino, getting that running and driving. The Cleveland Part 2 video of the engines coming up. Ashley's Mustang, that is her car. She's got to come work on it herself, and she's super busy right now. So I guess the main goal is we're going to wash this car up. These tires are so dry rotted they don't hold air, so we're going to throw another set of wheels and tires on it. It's going to make it look cool. And kind of refresh myself with what's good and what's bad, and give you guys a price and see if any of you are interested in this car. Go. Tree sap is removed. Still kind of ugly, but this car is actually an interesting color. It's actually called dark metallic ivy, but 1970 Ford renamed this color Bring 'em Back Olive Poly for the POW MIAs in Vietnam. So that was kind of a cool nod to them. So it's a different color. You don't see a lot of it. I think some of the Mustangs had it. But it's another little interesting point of the car. It's kind of cool. Well, while I'm changing tires, I figure I'd bring you in here and show you the unibody on this car. Really good. I mean, they all ride out here where a steering box attaches. Everything up here is good. Up in the pockets. You can see the brakes have been done. Bearings have been done, but all new brake lines here. Brake lines there. I guess I don't know why the brakes quit on it. It might be the master. But we'll finish throwing these tires on, and I'll keep showing you more of the unibody as we're swapping Reno into tires. All right, so I got this wheel off, and this brake drum is stuck or dragging. I can't adjust it down, so I'm gonna have to pull this off and see why this brake is dragging. The rest of the brakes don't work, so. See, this is why you can't let them sit, guys. Alright, well, I don't know what the hell happened to this. Maybe the guy that put the brakes on screwed him up or something. I don't know. You can see it's all been freshly done. I think I've driven this car 20 miles. Biggest problem is the electrical system needs a whole new loom inside. All right. There we go. Why are these so tight? Oh. Well, what did I do wrong, guys? It all appears to be good. You can see everything is new. Drums have been turned, all the hardware is new. I guess the new brake lines. I don't know, we'll wind it down and see what happens. Maybe it just got wound out too much. Yeah. Sitting disease, I call it. Here we go. All greased. Back together. Drums are just touching, so I don't know what happened there. But while we're on this side, here's the unibody on this car. Pretty good. I put a battery box in it, patched some holes with some tiger hair. Like I said, we're not going for show car quality, but it does have a new battery box. The torque boxes need a little love, but they're not horrible. Bottom of this fender has some rust. It's getting rust in Torino places. Core support's starting to get some rust, but nothing structural. The car is solid. You can see the unibody going back, the floors. It's all pretty solid. I was pretty impressed with this car. That's why I was planning on holding on to it. I don't know. You know, I got too many cars. The Junk GT is way further gone than this. You know, maybe I should sell that and keep this car. But I don't know. This one would probably move a lot easier. So let's get the other tires on here and maybe look at the brakes. See what you guys think about these new tires. I got the wheels and tires mounted on this car. It's amazing to me how much wheels and tires change the look of a vehicle. It really is. So I was going to take the thing out and we were going to do some burnouts and some cool stuff with it. But as I said earlier, I put all new brakes on this car. We had one that hung up on it. I went in there to hit the brakes again and the master cylinder just went and blew out the back of the master cylinder. I got brake fluid running down on the firewall. So this is part of the reason why you just can't let these things sit. Ordered another master, but let me show you what these wheels and tires look like. Dang, if I don't want the car again now, but let me bring you and show you. There we are. Good old American torque thrust. These are the early ones, the original ones. These are not the torque thrust Ds. These are just torque thrust wheels. Got the Mastercraft Avengers on them. They got some tread left on them. This one's been doing burnouts a bit, so this one's a little bit more worn. So, but yeah, it's really changes the look of this car. Well, all right, like I said, we're waiting on a master. Might as well take you on the tour of the car, and we're going to show you some of the ugly along with some of the good. First off, like I said, it has some rust, but the unibody is pretty good. You saw that in some of the other video. But we have some quarter issue here. So this right quarter is rotted out, and the bottom corner of the door has a rust hole. Along with this fender has some rust down here. We saw that earlier. This fender is also dented. The car is full of tons of parts. Now I got extra dashes. I got lower control arms. There's a brand new radiator back here for it, because if you follow this car, you know that radiator started leaking. It will need floors. It will need cowls, inner or upper and lower cowls. We have some rust here, which I don't know why it has rust there, but odd spot. Now when we got this car out of where it was sitting, the back glass was gone. So I found some glass and I just duct taped or gorilla taped the glass in it. I do have a gasket for it now, but all the years of it sitting with no back glass rotted out some of the back. I'll show you that. And here we go. Here's kind of where the bulk of the rust is. Now, they do sell floors for these. I think it's 450 bucks from AMD. They sell the entire floor pan for this car. Whole thing. You're better off just to buy a pan and use what you need, or cut this one out. Floor's pretty good on that side. In the trunk area here, it's pretty solid. We'll pop open the trunk and I'll show you the back. Now, I don't know what happened here, but somebody poked a big hole through here and bondoed over it at one time or whatever, but this deck lid has a hole in it. Water gets in. And it is rotted completely out. This deck lid is just for show. It's pretty bad. I can't even believe the latch still works. That being said, I did say earlier, I have parts for this car. I have quarter panels, right and left. I have a deck lid for it. I have a door. I have a fender. So I was planning on putting this car together. And like I said, if it doesn't sell, or some of the other cars sell, I still may keep this one because I do like it. As far as the rust here goes, see, it's sitting. But on Torinos, these corners always rust out. This one's just got a little started, but it's not bad. Same with this corner. This is why they rot out. See, all the leaves and crap just get in there and just make rust. I completely cleaned out the whole back of the trunk area. Went down to more or less bare metal. I put the rust prep, I forgot what that stuff is called, in here. Brand new gas tank, brand new sending unit, brand new fuel lines. Like I said, we got the parts. Now, I'm willing to sell this car a bunch of ways. I'm willing to sell it just as it is with the steel wheels. I'm willing to sell it with these mags. Or if you want all the parts, the mags, I'll make you one big pile and you can buy it all and have your ready to go project. But if you don't want this stuff, I'll hold on to it, because I'll tell you what, Torino quarter panels for a formal roof, they don't make them. They're hard to find, and I got a really good set with the inner drops. So I'd be more than happy to keep hold of those. Don't want to let them go. They'll fit the Falconino. Now under the hood, let me show you what we got going on there. This is the stock 302 that came with it. This is the original engine. Like I said, it was froze up when I got it. I soaked it for about a month. It broke loose. We put brand new, it's got brand new carburetor on it. Like I said, new fuel system. Has a brand new fuel pump, fresh oil, points, plugs. I think I used the wires. Put a new battery box or inner fender in with a battery box. Radiator leaks. Like I said, grill is broke, but we have that. The bolt, more weird things. Somebody has taken the brackets off this 302 and broke the bolts in the water pump. So you got a broken bolt down there and the other bolt came out. So the alternator is just sitting here. When I pulled the radiator, I was gonna try and get those bolts out, put the alternator on it, and like I said, just go from there. But that was gonna be one whole project. Pull the radiator, new radiator, fix the alternator, that kind of stuff. Here's my new master cylinder that gave up the ghost. You just can't trust stuff anymore, but like I said, you just can't let it sit. The hood itself is pretty good. Torino hoods are notorious for rot, and this one is no exception. It does have some rust here. This is fixable. It's got the battery acid rust here, but the hinge area and supports, they're all pretty good. I do have another hood that could go with this car too. So like I said, the options are limitless. The seat in this car is amazingly good. I mean, it's not brittle, it's not cracked. Pretty good shape. Now the back seat rotted out from the window not being in it. And we do here, like I said, have floor rust here that leads into part of a torque box. Now all these Falcons, they didn't come with carpet. These are bare bones cars. These came with rubber floor mats. So that's kind of an odd option. Helps the car drain. The water just runs right through. You can see, you know, that when it rains, the water just runs right through that cowl. And, you know, kind of like a natural downspout. It just runs right out the floor, which is a shame. Same thing with the driver's side. It's going to need the floor over there. Dash, all in all, is in good condition. The fuse box I have pulled out is rotted away. Now I do have a whole new loom for under a dash. I have another fuse box adapter, but right now we're running NASCAR. We're just running the on-off switch and the push button. Dash itself, not that bad. You can still see Falcon. It's kind of cool. Door panels, this side, door panel's good. Door panel on that side, not so good. Same thing with the back quarter panel pieces. They are rotted. Headliner is in the car. And like I said, all this part seems pretty good except for in back where the window is broken and the weather and nature got in. You can see all they still have mud dauber nests in here. This car was full of hornets nests. So I left some in here still for show. Oh, one just came out. So yeah. Leave that for Elmer. I just thought that was neat. Kind of messy. The driver's door. We have a little bit of rust here. You can see rust starting at the bottom of the door. Door panel, door is shot. Now these doors are Falcon only because they have a vent window. Obviously this vent window leaked and somebody put 2 tubes of silicone in here at one time, and it's kind of funny, but yeah, you can use a Torino shell and you can adapt a vent window in, or if you're feeling saucy, you could put Torino doors on this and eliminate the vent windows. Either way, got a little rust right there in that corner. I have that part if you wanted. You can cut out of another car. So that's kind of a quick walk around of this car. Like I said, I'm waiting on the master, and I'm going to get that going because I need to move it around my property. So let me take you and show you some of the other cars that I'm going to be getting rid of or putting up for sale. If you follow the channel, you're going to recognize them. They're just stuff I haven't just really gotten to, and there's more stuff that I really want to get done. So let me show you what we got back here in the deep woods of Flatbroke Garage. And here's our next one. This is a 1980 Pontiac Sunbird. Cool cars. I bought this car for my 40th wedding anniversary because my wife had a Sunbird originally and I was going to surprise her with it, and she had no interest in the car. So I got this car running, driving, all new brakes, tires, 13-inch tires. This is an Iron Duke 4-cylinder. It's got a new fuel system on it, but we have rust, of course, battery box. The Iron Duke was stuck when I got it, but it does fire up, it will run. I will be putting a video of this coming up next. I have a new carburetor for this and a new fuel pump, but other than that, the tank and sending unit, we just went through all that. This one does, or did, run and drive. It's been quite a while since I've even driven this car. The floors on it are pretty good. I picked up a console out of a Monza, which is kind of unique. Oh, it's moldy in here, it stinks. I got all the carpet tore out so the floors stay less bad. Needs a dash pad. Seats aren't horrendous. And the car smells. Once again, pile of parts. I got fuel pump, carburetor, headlights. I think there's new plugs, cap, all kinds of parts for this car too. This is a factory AC, power steering, power brake car. And all in all, it's pretty solid. It's dirty from sitting, but it's not rotted out anywhere. So it's a saver. Now a V8, a 350 Chevy bolts right into these, or an LS. So they're kind of easy conversion. I do have a title for this in my name. Once again, it'd be a cool car to save, but how many am I really going to save? This car's literally, 2 days worth of solid work away from making it roadworthy. Other than the horrendous smell that is now emanating out of this car. I haven't opened this door up in a while. Whew. So I got to get this running, pull it out, wash it, get all the tree sap and creatures evicted out of it again. Because that's what happens, guys. You get these cars, you get them running, put up a YouTube video, I'm all gung-ho, and one thing leads to another, and it just comes out here and sits. And that's just, it deserves more than that. So another car ready to go. Whew. Ain't even cooler here in the woods. So here's our next victim. Another one I really liked when I was younger. I loved the movie Tremors. And I always wanted one of those Tremors trucks, which is a Jeep Gladiator J3000. And there you go. I ended up with a Jeep Gladiator J3000. This has a 327 AMC, 3 on the tree. We got some big tires for it. There are no brakes on this. And I do have a military bed that will go on this. This did run and drive. Once again, wiring issues. It has a brand new starter, brand new radiator. But it will need a fuel system. New carburetor, you can see under there. So once again, another project that's so basically, yeah, it's a Jeep truck. Moldy, stinks, no brakes. Now this one does not have a title. It comes with what they call a Georgia bill of sale, because Georgia does not have titles on older vehicles. Now, depending on where you live, Georgia bill of sale is recognized as a legal, I guess, title. So yeah, keep that in mind if you're interested in this truck. Now this truck is not going to be that expensive. I'm going to post all the prices at the end of the video, because I got another car sitting at my buddy Steve's place I want to go show you, along with some of his cars that people have wanted to buy or we've pulled out, and either people have backed out of them or, you know, they just missed the cut. So I'm going to relist some of his trucks. So we'll head over to Steve's place, see my last car that I'll have for sale, and show you some of the more, and show you some more that he has. And yes, this is one of my favorite cars, the Junk GT. Once again, if you're first timer to my channel, this car was just a shell. Literally, there was no suspension, no engine, no drivetrain, nothing, no front clip. This car was wrecked in the 80s, taken apart, abandoned, sat in a junkyard forever. It's kind of a cool car. It's a rare car. This car originally had hideaway headlights, which I now own. It's a 4-barrel Cleveland car, FMX transmission, 350 traction lock, 9-inch. Had a bunch of cool stuff. I like it, and it's a fastback. This is one I'm going to try and save. It is rough, but it's not rusty. It's dented, and once again, it's covered in tree sap. I took the Torino that came with the Falcon in the woods, and we used all the parts from that car to make this a running, driving car. This now has the 302. That was out of that other Torino, along with the drivetrain, front end, everything in this car. So it runs and drives. I want to put the Cleveland back in it, and I want to save it. Am I crazy for wanting to save this one? Should I just get rid of this one and keep the Falcon? Or should we keep this one? Just throw it down there in the comments. I'm kind of indecisive. We have arrived. This is my buddy Steve's junkyard, or one of the 3 junkyards that he has. And this is where my last car is sitting. Now this car was given to me by a subscriber. Really nice couple, great people. I so appreciate them giving it to me. But once again, it's just something that I just cannot get to, and you got to focus. And this car makes somebody something fun. So let me show you what this one is. This is a 1979, 80 Oldsmobile Cutlass. It has been repainted a gold, which you can see is not really a great paint job. Wasn't a lot of prep. But it's from the East Coast. So it's got some rust. You know, we got a little Bondo issue here. You know, the back bumper, as all of these, frame is rotted out at the back bumper. Now structurally, you can run, the car does run and drive. It's got a 260 V8 automatic trans. It was, like I said, a triple green car, and it's not all tore up too bad. It will run and drive. It does have a valve clatter, probably just from not running. So there it is, the Rompin' Stompin' 260 V8. Pretty much everything on this car is original. Some of the wiring has had some hackery done to it. I don't even know what that was for. I can't remember. But like I said, we did drive this car. There's videos of it up on my channel you can go and find. So yeah, there's this. And then next to it, we're going to start on my buddy Steve's stuff. This is a super cool 1976 Ford F350. Now it's two-wheel drive, but it has a transfer case in it. So you could always throw like a Dana 60 in the front if you wanted a four-wheel drive one. This thing is really solid. It's an extra cab, or super cab, with no rust. That's a rarity in itself. It has a dump bed on it. That does work. This truck does run, drive, stop. You know, just kind of a cool truck. Be a cool farm truck. It's got trailer brakes, 4-speed manual. It's got a, I think this has a 460 in it. I can't remember. Open it up, million wasps are gonna come out. Does have a broken windshield. Is it a 460? I don't know. It's a big block. Now when this thing was running, it sounds like it's got a good cam in it. It's got a rumble. So that's one of Steve's. Now all these cars here at Steve's are for sale, but there's some of them that people kind of requested that we pulled them out and they wanted to buy. Case in point, this truck. It's a 1973 Ford F250 Highboy. Didn't make a lot of these things. Now this thing is kind of tough. I ain't gonna lie. But it's a Highboy. These things are hard to find. He does have the correct engine for this thing. It was rebuilt. There's a full video on this truck. Somebody had done some work to it, as you can look. The axles have been gone through, all new nuts and bolts. But she's got some rust. If you're looking for a reasonably priced Ford Highboy, this might be the one you're looking for. It's going to take a ton of work, but, you know, maybe one of you guys got time for it. That's another one we pulled out. And here's our next one. We pulled this one out at a request of somebody from Ohio. They saw it in a video where we saved a truck with Hammer's Garage, and he was hot for this thing. This is a 1993 Chevy Z71 off-road four-wheel drive short bed step side manual trans truck. We did get this thing to start. It ran, it drove. It needs a new fuel tank. So it'll need a fuel tank, a fuel pump, that kind of stuff. It has a 350 in it. TBI 350. Pretty much all factory original. It ran really well. Truck is a 5-speed manual. Does have some rust down here in the corner. Might need some upholstery. It has mileage. 256. That's nothing for a small block Chevy, right, Chevy guys? So yeah. Whoa, there's hornets in there. God dang it. Nope, not pissed them off. I'm out of here. So anyways, that's that truck. That was last on the road 2016. So this has been off the road 10 years. The bed's filling up with water. It's not a good thing. All in all, the Z71, oh, damage there in that plastic fiberglassy part. They all got broke, but all in all, pretty complete truck. Ran and drove. The next one is one I can't figure out. Now, I know he put a pretty fair price on this. I don't know where he's at now with price now, but check this out. For all you guys that do drag and drive events or all the Hot Rod Power Tour or Poverty Tour or Tour or just want a cool drag car, this is, I believe, a 1980, 79 Malibu wagon. I can't see the date. I'm sure you guys will know. Put it down there in the comments. More hornets. But this car is nuts. This car is a built 327. It's meant for going fast, a quarter mile at a time. turn the line lock off. The front line lock's on. Okay, now try and push your brake. Now try and move. You got a line lock on. One of them is a line lock.
Yeah, I don't know which one it is.
You can take it. I think that's what the light is. There you go. Come on back. Oh, how much stuff's gonna fly out? There is a built 327 electric water pump. It's got a line lock, trans brake. It's just been converted for drag racing. Manual steering, manual brakes, bare necessity. Solid Malibu wagon. I have videos of this up. We even launched this car. This car, we did the line lock on it with these dry rotted radials. It still launched this car pretty decent. Has a race cell in it. Got the battery box in the back. Geez, you can hear the hornets and stuff. But yeah, there you go. There's all your push buttons and go. Nice interior. I'm getting out of here, dude. There are a million hornets around here. So, cool car. I'm surprised nobody bought that. And you can go back to my other videos. I've got videos of just stuff that he has listed for sale. If you see something in the background while I'm walking around, it's here. There's so many of them here that he wants to get rid of. And I think he's pretty reasonably priced. You know, it's other people, I don't know. It's just all what you're willing to pay. So pretty much that's what I have available for sale right now, and my buddy Steve. Like I said, it's a shame some of these things with Steve, guys had committed to buying them. They said they were going to come out and get them, and they never followed through. But it is what it is. You know, he needed to get those things pulled out and running anyways. I'd love to save some of those, but like I said earlier, I can't save all these things. As far as my stuff goes and Steve's, if you want to contact me about it, my email will be right here, flatbrokegarage@gmail.com, or you can go to flatbrokegarage.com, and I have an email form there along with a link to merchandise and stuff. I might be slow in getting back to you because at the time this video is going up, I'm actually going up to Chicago for spinal fusion surgery. Yes, this happened over a year ago with fracturing my vertebrae, and they haven't healed. If you've noticed my lack of videos, I'm really limited as to what I can do. My back is really messed up. So I'm going to do a Hail Mary. I'm headed to Chicago, and they're going to try and do some kind of a fusion or JB weld my vertebrae together so I can get more active. But if you're sincerely interested in them, I recommend you come out and see the cars. Do not just say, I want the car, and be disappointed when you actually get it. I tried to be as descriptive as I can. I'll try and get some other videos up of these other cars. But like I said, I'm going to be incapacitated for at least a week or so. I hope not. But so here we go. Let's talk prices. First off, Steve's vehicles, the ones he owns, you're going to have to email me for his contact info, and you'll have to call him, and you and him can sort out whatever prices he wants. He's a pretty good guy. He's willing to work with you. Like I said, you got to contact him. I don't want to put the prices out. So you can go over to my channel, and there's actual videos in his yard of a lot more of the vehicles that he has with prices that are for sale. So that's his end of it. As far as mine go, let's start with the Cutlass. I'm open offers, guys. It runs and drives, got a title. Just contact me, shoot me an offer. The Jeep, the J3000. Once again, I have a new radiator in it. It's got a new starter. Costs $300 for that starter because it's for AMC 327. Kind of hard to find. New carburetor, it's a couple $100. The military bed that I did pay for, paid a little more than I wanted. $1,500 for the Jeep truck. No title. Remember, Georgia bill of sale on that. Okay, next, the Sunbird. Sunbird runs, drives, has a title in my name. It did have all new brakes put on it, new tires. Like I said, fuel system on it's good. I have a brand new Varijet carburetor for the Iron Duke. There is a new fuel pump because that one, the original one, was starting to act a little sketchy. And it is what it is. I have some parts to go with that. So, $2,000. You know. Oh, I also have a 5-lug conversion kit. You can put S10 spindles and S10 axles in that to make it a 5-lug if you go with a V8. So, interesting thing. There's a whole forum on it, H-bodies and Chevy Monzas. So there's that car. The Falcarino 2.0, my Falcon. You know, it's funny, when I first started this thing, I couldn't wait to get rid of it. Now it's cleaned up and got tires on it. I kind of like it again, but it's a lot of work, guys. And I'm going to tell you right now, from me to you, that car is a major project. It's not something you're going to fly out here and just twist some wires together and drive this car home. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen unless you're way more reckless than I am, but it could be done, but I don't know. I wouldn't do it. That car I'm going to do it a couple different ways. You can buy just the car with the steel rims and the dry rotted tires as it sits with the title, $5,500, just as the car sits. Now, if you want the American Racing rims and the Mastercraft tires on it, we're going to throw another $500 on it. Make it $6,000. I have lots of parts for this car. Like I said, we got the quarters you saw, deck lid, hoods, doors, fenders, wire looms. I have lots and lots of parts for this car that are available. Now, I will throw in the window gasket for the back window that goes with it, and the grill and grill pieces, as is like for the base price. But if you want all the extra parts, we'd have to work that out on a piece-by-piece deal depending on what hood you want. I have 3 or 4 hoods. What, you know, the deck lid, you know, we can build from there. But the main thing is $5,500 for the base car, $6,000 for the car with the wheels and tires, new lugs. I think it's fair. Should have a new master on it by then, but we'll see. So that wraps them up. I don't know. I think they're fair prices. Went on Facebook Marketplace, checked out some other cars for sale. I'm in the ballpark. You know, it's a running, driving car. It needs a lot of love. But it's kind of a cool looking car. Like I said, if the other cars sell first, I may just keep this one. I don't know. Do I sell the Junk GT, the yellow car, and keep this green one? The Junk GT needs a lot of work, a ton of work. So I'm up in the air. I appreciate your comments, you know, put them in there. I will answer, and I do answer all the comments. So as always, I appreciate you guys following along. Subscribe if you dig it. And if not, just leave me a thumbs up or hit the hype thing for the first week the video's up. It's a weird thing they still don't even promote. Thank you, and we will hopefully see you guys on the next one. I'll be more flexible. Catch you later, guys. See ya.